This is a black neighborhood. You're not going to be doing raise and mock kick-ins. No, you're not going to be doing that in the black neighborhood. Do that in Swanee and Perrysburg. Don't do that in our neighborhoods. Do that in the white neighborhood. Do that in the white neighborhood. Don't do that in the black neighborhood. It's not okay. It's not healthy, especially when you're killing black people.
The Point, your #1 choice for news and entertainment in the 419. Hosted by Raquel Flanigan. Real news, real issues for the real you. With interaction from Facebook and Twitter. Plus, the 419 Entertainment Spotlight. Welcome to The Point in full HD.
Welcome to The Point. I'm Raquel Flanigan, and we're recording live from the Frederick Douglass Center. The Point is an interactive show that welcomes your point of view. So log on now to your Facebook, YouTube, or your Twitter page and let us know what's on your mind. Coming up later is a discussion with Sir Major Page and his confrontation with the city SWAT team. Plus, we'll have an in-depth commentary from our Facebook Live. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure you hit the notification bell. But for now, Ohio officials say it could be a leafy green medical plant coming your way. Patients in need of small amounts of cannabis will be able to purchase the substance before the end of the year, a spokeswoman for the Ohio Department of Commerce announces. First harvested marijuana plants should be processed, tested, and on dispensary shelves next month.
The typical patient in Ohio isn't going to be a millennial who wants to come in and suck on a vape pen all day. You're going to be surprised that Ohio will be surprised in that its patients are going to be the 55-year-old white woman with cancer or the 78-year-old African-American man with Parkinson's.
Large amounts of marijuana should be available at the dispensary starting early next year. Nearly 320 doctors have registered to become recommending physicians for people who have one or more of Ohio's 21 qualifying medical conditions for legal cannabis use. Next up, Toledo police say a man is dead after a shooting overnight. According to police, the shooting happened just before midnight in Sisson between East Broadway and Oak near the Weiler homes. This shooting did not occur in the Weiler homes, as first reporters by the local news stated. Detectives said at this point it's unclear if this is considered a homicide, a spokeswoman said. We have people calling in to detectives and are waiting for additional information. In the past month, there have been multiple shootings in that area, and it is not clear if the shootings are related. In other news, the local theaters are actually making a comeback here in our urban community. This past weekend, there was a stage play, After the Love Has Gone, by director C.L. Woodson III. We were actually able to run into director C.L. Woodson III and get a few words from him this past weekend's production.
After the Love Is Gone, which is a stage play that deals with how social media can play a tremendous part in relationships nowadays. They can go either good for the good, because some people meet people online and they found their lifetime partner, but as well as some people can be online doing things they shouldn't be doing online, like on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram and all that. So the show deals with exactly how social media and technology can be ruining relationships daily.
You are tuning into The Point, and we'll be right back.
I might sing on it, no auto-tune, no T-Pain on it. Don't watch me do a thing on it. Sit back and watch it and maintain on it, yeah. All you gotta do is put your back into it. Put your back into it. Treat your body like some nights, just do it.
Welcome back to The Point. Coming up at the Frederick Douglass Center, Friday, December 7th, come join us for a food drive from 9 to 11. And this food drive is sponsored in part from the Seagate Food Bank and Honey Baked Ham. On Saturday, December 15th, is the Legends Concert Series at the Doug. We'll have live entertainment, free food, and lots of fun. But please remember, it is for the mature crowd only. If you're interested in tickets, please contact Frank Wright at 419-322-6678.
I'm not going to play a game with you. I'm asking for your name and badge number.
I'm glad you're not going to play games.
So, name and badge number, sir. Are you refusing to provide that?
I just gave it to you.
Are you refusing to identify yourself?
I just gave it to you.
Okay, I'm not going to play any games. Thank you. You got you on camera. This is a black neighborhood. You're not going to be doing raise and mock kick-ins. No, you're not going to be doing that in the black neighborhood. Do that in Swanee and Perrysburg. Don't do that in our neighborhoods. Do that in the white neighborhood. Do that in the white neighborhood. Don't do that in the black neighborhood. It's not okay. It's not healthy. Especially when you're killing black people. Especially when you're shooting black people in the back and in their heads.
First up, we have Sir Major Page. We welcome you to our studio.
Thank you for having us.
Our first question is, we've noticed that there's been a controversial video of you approaching the Toledo SWAT team. May we ask, what made you approach the SWAT team in the manner in which you did?
I think that's a really good question. I received at least 10 or 15 phone calls notifying me that Toledo SWAT team was on the way up the street. And I asked neighbors why were they in the area, and they said, oh, don't worry about it. They're just doing a SWAT training next door. And that alarmed me. And what I knew that I had to do was spring into action, and I wanted to catch it on live so that way there was no he say, she say. When I saw the police, I approached and asked them, what were they doing? I think it is unethical. I think it is insensitive and disingenuous for any SWAT team to, or police department to be doing mock raids in a predominantly black neighborhood. As you can see, understand that the trauma that it plays and the harm that it causes on African American people. It's no secret that Toledo police just had a very questionable, controversial shooting back with the case involving Lamar Richardson. And then, of course, that infamous video that went viral of Toledo police violently assaulting Mr. Ryan Douglas, who was pulled over at a minor traffic stop.
When approaching the SWAT team, what thoughts did you have in terms of possibly being arrested yourself?
Well, that's another good question. Well, somewhere I read the right to freedom of speech. Somewhere I read the right to bear arms and the right to publicly assemble. That document is called the U.S. Constitution, and it should not only be applied to people that are non-black. And so I knew my rights. I know my rights. And I know that at that point, there was nothing that the police could legally do to me. The other important thing is I was recording live, so I think that saved me from being killed.
Now, in terms of training, do you feel as if they should train in possibly a private facility?
Absolutely. So I believe that when you point out negativity or wrong, you should also follow up with solutions. And so what I propose to the members of the Toledo Police Department and the mayor is that you utilize a training facility, or you can utilize, if you don't have it, you can utilize neighboring police departments such as Swanton or Perrysburg Police Department, Lucas County Sheriff's Department's training bases. I want to point back your attention to some years ago back when Mayor Carty Finkbeiner was in office, and the outrage and upset that members of the community, white and black, had when the military came into downtown Toledo, and they were staging training with weapons and convoys and Humvees, and they were utilizing downtown Toledo as a training base. And Carty Finkbeiner said, we're not going to let that happen in our city.
Okay, and Sir Major Page, could you tell us a little bit more about the organization you started here in Toledo?
Yeah, so I am a member. Notice I said member, not executive director or anything of that nature. I'm a member with the Toledo Alliance for Social Justice. We are an organization that is designed to dismantle racism and systematic oppression in all forms. And so whether that deals with Toledo Public Schools, the prisoner pipeline system, whether that has to deal with how our young people are treated in juvenile courts, in jails, Lucas County courts, Toledo Police, wherever it may be, we tackle those issues. And so this is not, the Toledo Alliance for Social Justice is not a black organization, it's not a white organization, it's an organization of members of the community who care, who wants to make a difference. And so we meet every Thursday at 7 p.m. at West Toledo Library.
Thanks for joining the show.
Thank you for having us.
Shirley King, Frank Grizzle. It's the weekend. Me and my friends gonna drink all the juice and gin. It's the weekend, let's get it started, baby. It's the weekend. Me and my friends gonna light up the bar again. It's the weekend, I'm gonna party, baby.
And if you have any questions, please make sure to log into our Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter and like and subscribe. I'm Raquel Flanigan, and until next time, please remember, act now, stick to the facts, and stick to the point.